my name is Sam and welcome to my first Sims video. Today we are going to be building a train in The Sims, and right now we are making our little conductor. Right now you can see I'm messing around with the new eyelashes feature, which I'm really interested in. I really like the blocky ones, but I think these ones are stylized too in a really cute way, so I've been trying to play around and find a sim where I can fit them in. But I just decided to go with the old fashioned blocky eyelashes on this girl. Um, so we're finding a hairstyle, and I decided to go for the nifty knitting cut. I think it's really perky and cute in a nice way, especially how it looks under the hats. I think it's really cool. Yeah, we're looking for outfits. Outfits are important. I don't know what to say, but everything is just. I'm trying to find some sort of overall look because she's like a conductor, an engineer. She's really tough and really handy. I'm looking for a kind of preppy but not so preppy look. You know, I try settling on this one from Cottage Living, but I go back on that. I end up settling on this one from Eco Lifestyle, but as you can see, I'm going to switch it a lot because I'm not really satisfied with it. It's not exactly the vibe I want to go for, but it's close enough, so I end up keeping it. Deciding on traits is important, so I'm giving her the neat traits, and I decided to make her a maker because she's, handy. I should have given her more maker stuff. I was planning on doing that, but you will see in the build, I only give her limited skill build items. You can change that if you download the build for yourself. My Sims ID is Alpine Dummy. And yeah, so here you can see I'm going through the outfits again, looking at the overalls, and yeah, I settle on Eco Lifestyle. So yeah, I really wanted to do this build for a while now. I've been wanting to make Sims content for a while now because I watch a lot of Sims content. So it's kind of inspired me to create it myself. Right now, this is the first video I've completed. I have one on a Pinterest challenge and one, I think, on a pastel challenge, but I haven't finished either of those. I really don't like the pastel challenge, so I'm probably going to restart that video. But I recorded this in 3 takes, so yeah. Um, I couldn't really decide where I wanted to live. I came here and then I realized, oh wait, we have the Eco Lifestyle World Evergreen Harbor, and I wondered if there were any good lots in there. But no, I settle on. They're not big enough, so I settle on the one in San Myshuno, not San Myshuno, De Sol Valley. That's the one. But yeah, so yeah, I start building. I start with some pathways, trying to figure out what concrete I want to settle on. But yeah, I just settle on the first concrete because it matches the best. And yeah, I really was excited for this build because I've wanted to build a train for a while. It's just been an idea in my head and I haven't seen anyone do it. Like, I've wanted to build a bus, but then Karen and Connie, one of my favorite Sims creators, built one, and I'm like, I don't want to copy them, even though it is really cool. You should go watch their video. But yeah, so we are just working on the train, trying to. I thought I was going to do 2 levels for the little pop up in the main engine, but I decided against it. So I instead decided just to make it a little wider to separate the main engine room from like the front part of the train. I decided to go for the cattle catcher to be this big oven hutch from Cottage Living. So I just sized that up a bunch. And this is when I started realizing that I was going to need tool mod for this because I wanted to make wheels. And the only wheels I thought of were these circles that were in wall decor. And the only way to move them would be with Tool Mod. So I had to go download that. But I decided on these Foxberry crests. It doesn't exactly look like a wheel, but with my packs, it's the closest enough. I don't have the werewolf pack, so I couldn't use their chair or anything. But a girl works with what she's got. So I fiddled around with Tool Mod for a bit, trying to size them correctly and push them down. I didn't know the right level for them to be at, so I re-leveled the train, and somewhere around here I re-leveled the train, but yeah. Um, Tool Mod's a really interesting mod. It's the only mod I have installed right now. I did used to have a bunch of mods, but I don't really like playing with them because that means I can't put my builds up on the gallery and other people can't download them, even though, my gallery is pretty sparse. I'm not the best builder, but, it's all about having fun. So here I am, fiddling around with Tool Mod again. And yeah, you can still download a build even if it has Tool Mod installed. Sometimes it makes it unplayable, but I only used it for the wheels, so this build should be playable, despite the fact that I haven't play tested it, which I really should have. I was telling myself, if you're using Tool Mod, you should play test it, but I didn't. So if anyone wants to download it at your own risk. I mean, it's not going to bug your game out. It's just, it might not work. I wanted to use these columns to be the little pistons that turn the wheels, but whenever I tried to turn them, they would disappear. So you will see that up in a minute, that when I try to turn 90 degrees, it just disappears. So I decided to do something else, but that will be revealed later. So yeah, I've been really excited to make Sims content. I've been working on the Pinterest challenge for a while now, but I haven't been using Pinterest as much as I should have in the Pinterest challenge. But either way, it was really, really fun to make this build, and I really enjoyed using Tool Mod and the items in an unconventional way. It really made the experience all that more better. I didn't know where to put the stairs, so that's what I'm fiddling around with now. I wanted to put wheels there, but I also wanted to put stairs there, so yeah. But I eventually decided to put wheels there and put the stairs in a different location. So, ye- um, yeah. Uh, I really don't know what to talk about in these videos. Part of the reason I want to make these videos is so I know what to talk about when I talk to people, because I never talk. I'm just like the quiet person, and I don't want to be the quiet person. I want to be a part of the conversation, and I want people to like me. So this is like a practice in charisma or whatever. So yeah, I don't want to show my face because I think my face will just detract from the experience. I mean, people always want to see the games, unless the person who makes them is really attractive, and well, let's face it, I'm not, even though you've never seen my face. So yeah. Or maybe you have in one of my previous videos. Here I'm trying to decide how I'm going to do the bump up that most trains have, the thing that's larger than the front part. I don't know how to explain it. The main cabin of the train, the engine, the main cabin of the engine compartment. I don't know a lot about trains, but I do like them. They're cool. Trains are cool, which anyone can say. Here I'm fiddling around with roofs. I wanted to see if roofs would work with Tool Mod, but they don't. So yeah. I just decided to keep this roof and make it slightly larger than the other one. Yeah, I'm trying to fiddle around with Tool Mod again, but no luck. Tool Mod is amazing, but it can only do so many things. So, yeah. I'm trying to find windows, something to match the train feeling I've got going on. Because it's not just a train feeling, it's a train. Something that looks like it belongs on a train. That's what I want. You know? You know. You get me. Of course you get me. But I also wanted to make the smokestacks and the whistle, but I didn't know what to do for those. I was thinking of a chimney, but I don't end up settling on the chimney because it has brick on it, and I really didn't want the brick because this isn't a house. I end up settling on these small vent pipes, smoke pipes. I forgot what they're called, but that's what I end up settling on. Uh, I put them on these bump outs from that. These bump outs are currently from. Well, now I'm changing them, so these are from Get Famous, but the other ones were from Snowy Escape. So, in case you want to know where you can find these things, um, and I decided to put the stairs right there. And yee, looking for a door. Doors are important. You need your sim to get inside somehow. So yeah. And fiddling around with the windows more. I end up settling on these ones from Snowy Escape. They're very small and rectangular, and I like it. Fiddle around with the roof a little more, and decide to put them in the engine compartment, even though that's not really faithful to the whole train thing. I wanted my sim to be able to look out because that is a room in this train, even though it shouldn't be. I had considered briefly turning a trash can on its side and sizing it up. And I also considered briefly getting rid of the oven cover, whatever it's called, from Cottage Living. I also sized down the road because I wasn't going to include any other trains in here. So, yeah. So it's more slim and it looks like it fits the train more. I wanted to make rails, but I wasn't sure how. So I was also getting tired. So there's that. Here's me making the second car, or at least starting to make it. Making the little walkway between cars and fiddling around with the room tools because they don't do what I want them to. And yeah. Um, we're making more wheels out of those Foxberry crests. And yeah. The second car turns out pretty good. Everything works out. But the second car was the easy part. I mean, the engine was the hard part. I didn't know it required a little more creativity than just like a box. You know, yeah, you know. But here I am putting the wheels down, and this is really all I use Tool Mod for, so it should be functional for your Sims build. But I might have put some hedges too close to the road, so your sim might not be able to navigate through the hedges. Um, you can just get rid of those if you download the build. That it won't break anything or anything. Maybe make the walkway a little bigger because after I uploaded this to the gallery, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't do this right, and I shouldn't have said the word because YouTube is going to just demonetize me, which isn't really bad because I was never monetized in the first place. But you get me. I should say the word less. Anyways, I was thinking of using the same windows from before, but I wanted to use some arches, so here I am putting in some arches. I end up getting rid of them later because I only want one window in the bathroom. Um, but yeah, putting the same roof on the car that was on the engine, and overall just getting rid of some walls so it's an open space that I have to work with. I ended up putting back some of the walls because I wanted like the engine room to be like a bedroom, um where the main engine is, the part that I considered using a trash can for. But yeah. If you guys have any ideas on like what uh unconventional Sims builds you'd like me to do next, I'd love feedback. I am not the best builder, but I try, and it's all about having fun. And I had a lot of fun making this video, so I plan to make more in the future. Probably do the James Turner build competition. Well, not competition, challenge. But yeah, yeah. Uh, I I don't know why I was looking at pools. I am I just misclick a lot. This is where I decided to get rid of the windows because they're kind of in the way of the bathroom. So I only keep one window in the second car. And yeah, I start, decorating. I went for a really classy look. Part of me thought I should have gone more homemade and kind of rustic because they're living out of a train, like kind of Boxcar Kids style. Like, even though that's not a style, you get what I'm talking about. You know me. You know me. We're linked. You get it? You get it. But yeah. Um, yeah. So I'm putting in some lights. I decided to go with the Germanax, I think that's how it's spelled or pronounced. Wall for from the Book Nook kit. I don't know how many packs or kits I was using. I just used the wall from the not the wall, the floor from the Paranormal kit because I really like it. It's one of my favorite floorings. I use it every chance I get. So yeah, I don't think this is a limited pack build, not at all. In fact, you'll see how many packs I have once I upload this to the gallery. And yeah, because I was not being conservative at all. Um, Maybe one day I'll do a limited pack build, like every room is a different pack or every room is a different color kind of thing. Those sound really fun to do, and yeah, but you know, I eventually settled on this rug from the Get Famous for the living room, and I'm trying to find out what position to put the couches in because I want couches and stuff. This is the living room after all. You kind of need that stuff. That's what goes in the living room, couches. But yeah, um looking through the sculptures, maybe I could have put some more trains up, like they're a collector maybe. Maybe they worked on other trains in the past. That would have been cool, but I wasn't thinking about that in the time being. So, yeah, I end up with um, this fireplace and these from Get couches from the Get Together kit. I think it's really cool. Really like it, but it's a little cramped. It's a small. Of course, I used the biggest lot and made a small home on it, but I have no idea of space or spatial reasoning. I'm really bad at that, but it works. It works. You get me. It works. I'm cluttering up the counters to make it look like it's been lived in. Um, it's the only clutter I really do. I'm not much of a clutter girl. I mean, I like it when people clutter builds. I think it's really cute, but I'm not good at it myself. So, yeah. I'm trying to put some plants around this chess table, which is one of the few skill items I actually put in. The other one was a bar. Um, yeah, if I were you, I'd put more skill items in, like a candle making station, a woodworking table. I made the sim a maker and I put no maker stuff in there, which is really dumb of me, but you know, everyone is dumb, 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 dumb. Anyways, I'm working on the bedroom now, and it's really simple. I put a lot of plants everywhere because, like all simmers, I love my plants, even if they're fake. I can't take care of a plant in real life. I've tried before. They all die. I think I got my mom's brown thumb, but my mom is really into gardening, so yeah. I personally like fake plants. Some people say they're better for the environment, but I don't get how that could be. I've heard it said, but I wonder why fake plants are better for the environment, or if that's just a complete lie I've heard. I'm not sure. Here I am looking for some curtains. I settled on these ones from Cottage Living. And I put this big old plant from Eco Lifestyle in the corner. I really like that plant. I also like the one that's in a pot, but I think it should be one tile square wide instead of four tile square wides. Uh, you get the plant I'm talking about. I tried to put it in later, but like it didn't work because it's too big. I wanted to put it like with the chess table and stuff, but yeah, the plant is too big. But this plant ain't too big. It's perfect size to cover up everything. Because you could have multiple Sims living here, but I only made one Sim, so I practically made it for one Sim. You could change it. Like I said, you're not going to break anything unless you delete rooms. Um, because I only used Toolmod on the wheels and nothing else. I thought I was going to use Toolmod a bunch more, but I didn't. So it's all functional. But like I said, I put in some hedges that your sim might not be able to navigate through. So just delete those. I'm really bad at everything, but mainly I'm bad at pathways and stuff. If I had done what I was said I was going to do and play tested it, but you know whatever. I'll get in the groove of it if I make more Sims content. It'll all work out. I have faith in me. Yeah. So here we are looking for tile to put in the bathroom. I eventually settled on just plain white tile because everything else was too noisy and clashed with the tile I already had up on the walls. Yeah, but I do like an office, kitchen, dining combo in this other room. I use a lot of stuff from Jungle Adventure. I really like Jungle Adventure as a pack. I mean, it's a little weird, but everything's a little weird in The Sims. I end up using some of the cabinets that from the pack, and I end up putting a bar in here eventually, but not right now. I just like have some time trying to decide whether I should stick with Jungle Adventure for the bar stools or use Snowy Escape. But but yeah, yeah. I try placing clutter here, but you need one open counter for a sim to be able to cook. So I try and leave an open counter. Yeah. This is where I start putting in the bar because I think it's cool and I want my sim to be able to entertain guests more. But I really should have put more skill items in this build. Maybe even made a shed off to the side where they had skill items. But I didn't because I only think in the moment and I don't think ahead because I made this sim a maker and stuff. I'm probably gonna have an updated build if I ever, show gameplay of it. But yeah. Here we are finding some curtains. I like sizing up these base game curtains. I'm pretty sure they're base game. I put some paintings down, and yeah, everything is just pretty normal. Um, I really like the red tones for this train. I like red. It's one of my favorite colors. My favorite color is green, but like only certain types of green. But the same could be said about red. I mean, I like pink, which is like a tone of red, so I guess I'm less picky about my reds than I am about my greens. Some greens just look ugly. But here I am making a little office book nook. I really like the book nook kit. It's very handy. I put some other books up on the opposing wall just to fill in space, and I put a couch down there. And that's basically the build. But I realized I forgot the bathroom because I always do. You need a bathroom. Bathrooms are important, and I slipped into a southern accent for some reason. But you need a shit somewhere. So, yeah, here I am doing the bathroom. The bathroom. Bathroom time. So, I put it in a tub in front of the, like, window. Even though, like, the neighbors are looking in. It's The Sims. No one cares. No one really cares. But, yeah, I put it in a bathtub and put in a shitter. I decided to put in this little block thing. It's not my favorite bathroom I've ever made. I've made some others. I really like the ones I've made during the Pinterest challenge, which I will probably show someday. But yeah, instead of putting a mirror on the bathroom sink, I ended up putting it against the wall opposite to the bathtub because I wanted to use the Jungle Adventures mirror, which is really cool in my opinion. So, yeah. With that done, we do some landscaping. Landscaping. Isn't that important? It makes a build look finished. I didn't really know what landscaping to do for this build. Here you can see I'm adding a bit more clutter, but I eventually settled on doing hedges, which were probably a big mistake and like absorbed a big amount of my budget. You can see I did different hedges on both sides. I used the square hedges on this side, and on the other side, I used more round bulbous hedges because they were cheaper for the amount of stuff you get. But um, yeah, I'm trying to kind of procrastinating on the landscaping because landscaping, although there are so many simmers that are really good at it, I am horrible at it. I'll get better in time, but you know, I'm just not the best, and that's fine. I'm trying to decide what to do, just looking around in the plants category, thinking about jungle adventure, and then I settle on hedges because hedges have never let me down. Except they probably will because I don't know if the Sims will be able to walk through that. I don't put the tree there, I put it here so it doesn't cover up my build. So I'm really proud of it. Some simmers like never always cover up their builds because they're always ashamed of it. But not me. I like the build. I don't like the landscaping. Everyone's like, landscaping fixes everything. And I'm just like, does it though? Does it really? So, yeah, I'm putting in the hedges and it just drains my bank account. So, putting out a lollipop tree because I love those trees with these hedges. It just looks like untrimmed hedges, like it was supposed to be something like that thing over there. I put in a little pond. I don't know why everyone's freaked out about terrain tools or putting in ponds. It's pretty simple to me. I mean, it's a little trigger happy, but yeah, I put in some terrain paint because that's what people do, and I was like, I'm people. And I don't know really why. I don't know if the terrain paint really helped or anything, but yeah. Put in a log, made a little mossy pond. Yeah. Boop 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 boop. That's my Discord. You can probably hear. Not the boop 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 boop, but the little doo. Yeah. I didn't mute my Discord before recording this, so yeah. Ba, 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 I really didn't know what to do, so I put in a bunch of grass. Because grass fixes everything. It fills in the space. It looks okay. like I said, not the best landscape, but I put in a bunch of grass to like fill up space. And I put in some more hedges. These ones were more bulbous and round, but yeah. Yeah, I go to the other side now and I try to do the square hedges like I did on the other side, but I realized that um yeah, it quickly just drains my bank account. So I go with bulbous hedges, and it works. It's cheaper, it works. And it don't come after me, please. It's I'll learn landscaping in time. It'll happen. The more builds I do, the better landscaping I'll get. Which, I should be learning something like coding or something. I wanted to make a Sims mod where you could like build a rocket ship and go around the different planets and stuff and land. And here I am saving the build. I called it the Crimson Station because the train is red and it's like at a station, even though I didn't really build a station for it. I wanted to put some clocks in, but I decided against it because I don't know, I'm lazy or something. But yeah, and here I am writing out a description. Um, I'd say forgive me, English is not my first language, but it is. My first language is English, and I'm just really bad at it. Better than my parents, who have like dyslexia and stuff, but like not me. I'm okay. I'm okay. And that's the end of the build. Thank you so much for watching. Um, you're going to see my little thing flash across the screen. Please watch my other videos, even though they aren't as good. Goodbye.